If I'm being honest, all the Galaxy Note 8 has to do to be better than the Note 7 is to not explode. But I think Samsung has slightly bigger goals here. They wanted to make a terrific smartphone that offers a great Android experience. And if you ask me, they've done just that. The Note 8 feels high-end, with its nearly bezel-less infinity display, all-glass design and metallic frame, to the point where this phone feels like a mini tablet from the future. In other words, it looks beautiful, but it's not perfect. The fingerprint sensor's placement on the back is perhaps the biggest design flaw of the Note 8. It's been placed too near to the camera, making it very awkward to use and not always easy to find. It really is that one main blemish on an otherwise great smartphone. Also keep in mind that the Note 8 is a fingerprint magnet, so it's best to bring a cloth to keep it clean, or better yet, buy a cover. At 6.3 inches, this is the largest display that Samsung has put into a Note. So if you don't like big phones, this one isn't for you. But if you are a fan of phablets, then you're going to fall in love with the Note 8's AMOLED display. It's an absolute stunner. With a resolution of 2960 by 1440 pixels, it's an incredibly bright phone with vivid colors, deep blacks and great contrast. Everything just feels more immersive on its larger-than-life display, whether it's browsing the internet, opening apps, or watching videos.
That's whatever you want. You want to be taller or shorter? You want $10 million? You're not stealing that one.
Although I do wish that the Note 8 had a better speaker. I mean, it's loud enough, but sometimes the audio is a little bit hollow and lacks that certain punch that you'd expect from a phone of this caliber. Software-wise, the Note 8 is still using Android Nougat as opposed to the most recent Oreo update. But of course, that hasn't rolled out in India just yet. As usual, Samsung has tweaked the user interface a bit here, but not to the extent that the phone doesn't feel bloated with unwanted apps as in past Samsung phones. New to the mix this time around is what Samsung calls Apps Pair, where you can link two apps to launch in a split-screen mode at the same time. It's a thoughtful addition, but if you ask me, it doesn't really serve much of a purpose. Now let's talk about the Note 8's best feature, which is the dual camera setup on the rear. It basically includes two 12-megapixel cameras with different focal length lenses that lets you take either wide-angle or zoomed-in photos. The overall quality of pictures is breathtaking. Colors are gorgeous and images are sharper than ever. So for those of you who love taking high-quality pics on their phones, this is the new benchmark. Also having two rear cameras means that Samsung was able to add the bokeh-rich live focus feature. This is Samsung's answer to the iPhone 7 Plus portrait mode. It also blurs photo backgrounds and lets your important subjects stand out. For the most part, it works really well and produces some outstanding depth of field. Apart from all of this, both the Note 8 rear cameras now feature optical image stabilization and offer superb low-light performance. Another big USP of the Note 8 is the S Pen, and its functionality has been expanded in some fun directions. Such as jotting down notes without even unlocking the phone, or using the new live message feature that lets you send small hand-drawn animated messages. It's not exactly productive, but definitely entertaining. Performance-wise, the Galaxy Note 8 is the fastest Samsung phone you can buy thanks to its insane internal specs. I didn't experience any hiccups during multitasking or playing heavy graphic games, and if you've used a Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus this year, then you know exactly the level of performance to expect. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Is it going to blow up like last year's Note 7? Well, I really don't know, but what I do know is that Samsung has put the Note 8's battery through some stringent tests, and no incidents have been reported. Yet. In fact, the company this year has used a smaller battery than either the Note 7 or the S8 Plus. Clearly, Samsung isn't leaving anything to chance, and in my testing, I found the phone easily lasts a whole day on a charge. Overall, the Galaxy Note 8 is Samsung's most feature-packed phone to date. But do you want to actually pay a hefty price tag of 67,900 rupees for it? Well, that depends. If you don't want the big phone and stylish experience, then you're better off buying the Samsung Galaxy S8, which also happens to be an outstanding phone. But if you want the best of the best, then splurge away, because the Note 8 is probably one of the best phones I've used this year. Hands down.